Today we're going to take a look at the all-new Viribus Trio Plus with its 7-speed shifter. Let's start by taking a look at this beautiful bike. It's a beautiful blue color. It's the Viribus. This cable management is different from any other cable management that I've ever seen. The fenders on this bike, guys, are all steel. The light is an LED light, and the brakes are 160 millimeter rotors, and the brake itself is a cable pull brake. It's very effective on stopping, and it's quiet, so I have no complaints about it. The motor is a 350 watt motor, hub motor, and the cable is right here to disconnect it so you can take the rim off if you had to. The tire is 1.95 by 24. They also make a 26. The hand grips on this bike are solid and rubber. The throttle is on the right hand side here. It's a half throttle. And the shifter is right here. You got 7 speeds on this. That's going up. And then this lever makes them go down. So that's up and down. This is the horn on the bike. It's a little electronic horn. It works. This is the front brake on this, and it's also got a parking brake, which is a big bonus on these guys. So this is the rear brake on it on the right hand side. Again, your shifter. The tire size again is 24 by 1.95. It's got reflectors on it. Again, steel fenders. The basket on this is plenty big. 21 by 17 on the top and 18 by 14 on the base. Alright guys, this will fit through a 30-inch door, so that's a good thing. This is your drive wheel on the right hand side. The one on the left does not actually drive the bike. This is a nice chain guard on this, so you're not going to get grease on your pants. And again, the Viribus name, and it's got a beautiful chrome crank and crank arms on it. This is your 7-speed shifter here. It's going to shift up the gears here. So you have each individual gear with a shifter. Now this is it working. So we're working our way down to first gear here. As you can see, the chain keeps going up. And that's second gear, and that's first gear. So that's second, third, fourth, and fifth, and so on. This is the dual chain system on this bike, guys, so you don't have to have a huge chain on this bike. This is the 160 millimeter rotor with the rear cable pull brake on this thing. This is the gear that drives the drive wheel. And again, there's another look at that chain. This is the basket hold downs. This basket was really easy to put together. It's basically folded. You stick these pins in and the basket is all together. Very easy, guys. I've done one where they're a lot harder. This battery on this bike is UL certified to 2271, guys. And here's the certificate. And you could turn this battery on and off, lock it, take the key out of it, and it's locked. It's a 2-amp charger that charges this, guys. So you can charge it on or off the bike. It's up to you. You can take this battery out by flipping the seat up. Very nice idea here. Pull up on the handle. You have to turn that key and pull the battery out. But you could take it right off the bike, and that way there you could store it somewhere else. The seat will adjust from 31 inches all the way down up to 39 inches, guys. So, and here is the screen on this bike. They call it black and white. It's you know, monochrome, but it's like a green color. It's kind of nice. You've got your different modes on it. You've got your battery, and you've got your mileage and your miles per hour on this thing. So quite adequate, and it goes up to 9 passes on this thing. Your handlebars on this thing are a little bit different. They're stylish looking. I don't particularly like them because my knees hit. My wife does like them though. So my wife's probably going to be the one riding this bike, so we're going to keep them on it. And we're going to take this thing for a ride now, guys. So join me on my ride. This thing's doing pretty good on the rail trail here, but it's pretty smooth at this point. No suspension in this, so don't want to hit too many bumps, but I thought we'd take it out on a rail trail just so we knew how it worked. Because a lot of people want to take these on the road, also take them on some dirt paths like this. So figured we'd experience both. Cruising along at 10 miles an hour right now, very comfortably. This Viribus has a 7-speed derailleur on the back, which is new for them. So they've been coming out with single speeds. Now they got 7 speeds. Makes this a whole different bike. You can pedal this thing and you're gonna have a lot of fun on it. And this is a very affordable bike. This is something that, you know, a lot of people can get and enjoy. So I went out today with my wife and she took this and I rode on another 26-inch trike and we had a good time. She very much enjoyed it. I'm not a big fan of these handlebars. As soon as we get over these bumps, I'll show you. If I turn, my knee is hitting on it. Can you see that? My knee comes up and hits when I pedal. So that's a problem with these handlebars. I would rather have BMX handlebars on it. So she didn't mind the handlebars though, so we're probably gonna leave them on. I did buy a set of BMX handlebars that I was gonna put on it. I think the company probably ought to offer it 2 ways, with the BMX handlebars on it and with these handlebars on it. So if you're a shorter person, these might work out well. So off this trail, we got restaurants. There's a restaurant sign there. I could go to the restaurant. There's quite a few restaurants off this trail. This trail is 32 miles long. And I've done it before on the bike, and I'll be doing it again. I'm gonna punch this thing up, see what this thing can do. And now we're going along at 11 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour. And like I said, guys, it's not bad, you know? Not for a less than 2-inch tire on this bike. Through the tunnel we go. So yeah, people want to know if you can run these things on the rail trails. Absolutely, doing it now. This thing's a really nice little bike. Like I said, my wife was having a blast with it. We got home because she was getting tired. She's not used to riding. Next thing I know, I turn around and she was gone. She's out riding a bike again. So she very much enjoyed it. So yeah, this thing's got a little horn on it. You can hit the horn. Like I said, the 7-speed's very nice. And the big plus on this, guys, is the battery is UL approved. And the manufacturer also told me that the controller is also UL approved. So, yes, and it is a UL certification on this bike, guys, not certified 2. I actually sent an email to UL, and UL said, yes, the battery is certified by them. So far we've been pedaling around, haven't put a dent in the battery on this thing. So yeah, we've been going down this rail trail at about 13.5 miles an hour. The brakes work pretty good on this bike. They're not as squeaky as some, so I don't know what brand they are, but they're pretty good. Hey, going along at about 15 miles an hour now. So yeah, this thing handles pretty good on the rail trails. I'm surprised with this narrow of a tire that it's doing this good, but it's doing really good. I was out here with a like a 2 1/4 tire, and it's doing as good as that one. All right, guys, so we're out here on the road now, and we're trucking along at 13.5 miles an hour. Seems to be 13, 14 seems where this thing likes to be. We're all the way up into 9. So this thing does very well on the road. Doesn't take bumps very well, but does good on the road. Does good on the trails. All around, I think this is a great little bike for the money. You know, it's definitely a budget trike, but it's got everything you need on it. Drives out nice, and it's got some good looking style.
and I like it. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, went out here with my wife. She had a blast on this thing, and see how this thing does on the hill over here. See, we're going up on throttle only, 5 miles an hour. This thing is pulling us up the hill on throttle. Not crazy, but the other one I had wouldn't pull us up the hill on throttle. So this thing would.
All right, guys, I got to tell you, I was pretty impressed with this thing climbing the hill. I ended up pedaling the rest of the way up, helping that motor along, and we sped up to about probably 8 miles an hour with pedaling. So this thing is definitely a hill climber. It's not a great hill climber, but it will climb hills. So I did want to remind you guys that this bike does come in pieces, so that's something you're going to have to deal with. If you're not good at assembly, you're going to probably have to find a neighbor, your son, or somebody to help you, or get your local bike shop to do it. But I would suggest talking to them prior to buying the bike. So this bike is a great deal, guys. It is relatively cheap, and I think a lot of people can afford it. So check it out. Use my link, and also I have a code. It is capital GARY for $50 off this bike, which will bring this thing down even lower, guys. So this is a very affordable bike and a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.